my door.
Okay, so today is January the 27th, and we are almost the whole way through the first month of 2026. It's gone by fast. Today's podcast, we have Dalen Rockwood, one of our lead SEO developers, and we have Alan Aguilar, our SEM, so our search engine marketing manager, who oversees PPC and SEO. So thanks for having you guys on the call today, or the Zoom today.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So obviously, for anyone at home viewing this, we are all in the same office. It's one of our big selling points that our sales folks like to bring up. The owners of the company invest a lot of money in developers. We keep everybody in house, whether that's here in Westlake Village, California, or Dallas, Texas, and it lets us push the football down the field in a more productive manner. So, guys, today we're going to get on and we're going to talk about AI and some of the stuff that is going on with AI in search, primarily related to ads, how AI is being utilized in Google Ads, in Meta Ads, and we're going to be talking a lot about this article here. So it says Vibe coding, AI, and the evolution of pay-per-click management. So for you at home that are, let's just say, personal injury attorney, employment law lawyer, criminal defense, family law, and you're looking to land cases, tons and tons of marketing companies are calling you left and right, pitching you SEO, pitching you PPC, utilizing AI as like a keyword to kind of get you on the hook. And all that stuff is great. But at the end of the day, the execution of those services, the execution of your content architecture, the execution of the way they build and manage your ads and quality score, how they're actually trying to utilize AI through LLMs and FAQs, all of that is designed to bring you cases. And that's really what you want to keep in mind as your ROI. Alan, do me a favor. Talk to the users at home about LLMs, FAQ pages, building that hierarchy, trying to capture AI slots, and explain why even some of the AI slots come up above the ads now.
Yeah, I think the just to touch on the last part that you said, I mean, Google has just seen the way people have their business has started to migrate to ChatGPT. And I think the only sensible solution that they have come is to start just prioritizing AI responses, right? Because people are asking AI style questions. A lot of it is not so much keyword and very small keyword based. It's all going to be more long-tailed, like you said, FAQ based. And I think the only way to properly answer those type of questions is through long form content. And that's why we're seeing AI at the top, right? You can't properly answer someone's long-tailed query in just one title tag and meta description. I think people are looking for more than that now, and that's probably why we're seeing AI. But to go back on the first point, and I think a lot of people are getting confused between, and we can talk about it later on, is GEO and AIO is actually preparing your site for AI, making sure it is ready to accept LLM crawlers and AI crawlers to your site. And one way to do that, one of the more best practices way to do that is through LLMs. This is not the standard robots file. It is a TXT file. But what this is specifically telling, not Google, but AI bots, is these are AI FAQ based pages. So this isn't a TXT file that you just turn on and you allow every single path in your domain. These are manually submitted pages that you are creating and crafting based off of AI popular questions, right? And the content that you're crafting is based off of headings that you source of whatever AI is pulling from those responses. So that goes more into the GEO aspect of it. But in terms of just technical AIO, yeah, having your TXT files formatted for LLMs to just access pages that are long tail based, not keyword based, and actually relevant to AI queries.
And that's a good point. So just to kind of simplify that, if you are, let's say, a PI lawyer or an employment law attorney, One of the things that AI is doing that's different than traditional SEO is it's answering questions. Let me kind of explain. Google has always answered a question. Someone has put in a search term and Google has provided answers. But up until about 18, 24 months ago, somebody might put in the word car accident attorney, a car accident lawyer, a truck accident attorney near me, employment law firm. Now, not just because of AI, but also voice search coupled with AI, they're saying things like, hey Siri or hey Google, what can I do if I feel I've been sexually harassed at work? Or hey Google, what happens if I file an employment law claim? Can I get fired from my company? Or hey Google, what happens if I got in a car accident but the person who hit me didn't have insurance? Those questions formed as an FAQ, if you have a successful FAQ page that's written and optimized correctly, you can actually assist triggering that AI result. And so Google has shifted from just a strict keyword. And if you've ran Google AdWords before, you understand phrase match, broad match, exact match. That's a whole other podcast you've done on Google Ads. But from a search standpoint, it's becoming less short tailed and this more longer question, especially because you can use voice search. Let me kind of show you an example here. If you were to say, hey, Google, how can I get MVA cases? How to get MVA cases from Google Ads? We get calls all the time for this because we rank number one and number two in the AI. Okay, we actually rank number one, two, and three in the AI, and we rank one, two, and three in the video slots. Okay, and that generates us significant caseloads because lawyers are looking to, hey, how can I get MVAs from Google Ads versus slip and falls? Or how can I get car accident leads from Google Ads versus MedMal? And that's why we program it that way. But that's a significant way that if you're a law firm, you can capitalize on high intent cases because since they're asking such a specific question, it's going to have a higher conversion. And if you can get in the AI, then you're not bound to just be acquiring cases from PPC, LSAs, and meta paid ads. You can also get them organically, which let's just say you get 30 cases in a month. Okay, so this is kind of the cool thing too. Let me share the screen again. Let's say you got 30 cases in 1 month. And let's just say that you spent your cost per acquisition was 6,500. You spent $195,000. Okay. But let's just say you spent 195,000 and you actually got 37 cases. Your cost per acquisition drops by almost $1,300 because you got 7 additional cases from search organically. So just adding a small amount of cases that come outside of PPC significantly drops your total cost per acquisition. And that is something we're seeing abundantly with the types of campaigns we put together from an AI perspective. Dalen, talk to the viewers at home about how we put so much time and effort into structured data, content architecture, laying out the foundation of a sitemap, building pages with true, actual written content from our own mind, and then using AI to polish it, and how that significantly impacts search results.
Yeah. So working in SEO, it's changing dramatically, especially with this AI push, and that changes, the way that we're writing the content as well as structuring our sitemap. To kind of go off of what you were saying earlier about car accident lawyer and the types of pages that we would normally write are, car accident in Los Angeles, car accident lawyer in Los Angeles, or car accident and location. Now we're seeing a lot of SEO push where we rank higher if we have a questioned header, type of header where we're answering a question. So for a car accident lawyer, we might put in what to do after a car accident in Los Angeles. And then we would answer that as well as highlighting, the benefits of choosing so-and-so lawyer, law firm to handle your case, and really push on answering the question as well as uh, having relevant wording within the page to highlight the lawyer as well as answer that question. And then in terms of the structure of the sitemap, it's pretty similar to, how it was before, where you have XX law firm, and then you have slash car accident. But instead of saying car accident slash location, where you're putting in a lot of location pages, maybe you want to put in under car accident those FAQ pages, as well as other relevant answers or question type pages that would help AI.
Thank you. And so what Dalen is saying at home is, let's just say you have a parent page that says lost hyphen Angeles hyphen car hyphen accident hyphen attorney. Most people, if you've been doing SEO correctly, understand that that's going to be a parent page. And if you want that parent page to get re-indexed over and over again in the Search Console, you're going to want to add a lot of child pages like uninsured motorist, underinsured motorist, chain reaction auto accident. And those would all be child pages that connect to the parent page, Los Angeles car accident attorney. And the theory and thought process is, every time you index a new child page, you get to re-index the parent page slug, because you can only have one slug that says Los Angeles car accident attorney. What Dalen's getting at is, what we can do now is add Q&As to that. So those FAQs, those questions that people are asking ChatGPT or verbally submitting to AI, it picks up those queries because it's an LLM-based platform, okay? And so if you break it down, unfortunately, AI really isn't AI. True AI, in my opinion, is free choice. This is almost like voice scraping the internet still. So if you create that silo of information that says, hey, this article is from a question and answer format, the header tags are question and answer format, it's providing data in a QA format, ergo, that qualifies for the AI slot, which is what we just showed you we've done to our own site and sites of all of our clients. So I appreciate that. The thing that I want to touch on real quick, and I'm going to share my screen again, is this section here. Again, this is our opinion. Take it for what it is. Lawyers at home watching this, do your own research, form your own opinion. AI is a tool. It is not meant to do the work for you. While AI can help you to be more efficient and can be utilized to help expedite certain processes, it still requires human touch and human oversight, or you're going to destroy your campaigns. We have seen tons of sites that have come to us that have been vibe coded and they're a mess. Tags are off. They don't work correctly. We have seen campaigns that we have taken over that were utilizing AI to not just automate, but do 100% of the work, and their bidding strategies were off. Because Google's best practices states that PMAX is great. It was putting money into PMAX all the time, and anyone who's ran Google Ads knows that PMAX is trash. It has its place. We do run PMAX, but we utilize PMAX on a small budget just to show Google we're playing the game by diversifying a portfolio. We're not dependent upon it. But because Google says it's the best, AI picks that up and can artificially move money to there because it's following a system based on rules. And if anyone's ever successfully ran Google Ads, you know you don't follow Google's rules to a T. You follow its ROHS. You can never go against Google's ROHS rule. You have to follow its ROHS rule. You have to follow its quality score rule. But its bidding strategy rule, you could take that and throw it out the window. It's never going to work. So if you are utilizing AI for PPC, for SEO, please be careful. Utilize it as a tool. Do not replace it with human oversight. What's your guys' opinion on that?
100% agree. I think you really nailed it on the head, where it's a helpful tool. AI still makes a lot of mistakes, and it's not the true source of what we should be using. And I don't want to say quite yet. I don't know if we'll ever get there, but it's definitely a helpful tool, and it's definitely something that a large part of the population is using to get quick answers, and they're really switching over to, instead of, traditional Ask Google, it's maybe Ask ChatGPT or Google AI. But for now, it's for us in terms of content writing or my team SEO. It's more about using it as a tool to maybe get a better understanding of what the user is experiencing.
I agree with that. Alan, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I think kind of like you were saying, Performance Max and a lot of these as Google continues to try to appease the general market consensus that AI is the future and roll out all these tools and all these different campaign types with buzzwords like AI driven performance and exactly what Performance Max does. I think it has its place in the world. If we were selling soda cans or sunglasses, maybe, maybe it could work for YouTube campaigns. Even then, I still think manually running display campaigns is just a much more efficient and better option. At the end of the day, uh, you know, I think what it really comes down to is, there are people here in this office who have been running Google Ads and who have been running search-based ads back when Google Ads was called Alta Vista and other things. And I think what AI is trying to do is catch up to that level of experience that we have accumulated in Google Ads over the years. So I think it's just not there yet. We've experienced the platform a lot longer than AI has. And I think to that degree, we have a lot of experience. We've seen changes come in and come and go. And obviously, I think we all believe that this AI is 100% going to stick and it is going to be the future. But I think it's hard to count on AI to supersede all that experience that a lot of people, even in this office, have with Google Ads specifically. I think AI is just not at that level of experience yet.
I don't think it'll ever get there because here's why. When you're this is for you at home, lawyers. When you're managing your ads, you're managing ads based upon human nature, human intent, and also against other competitors that have human nature and human intent. Let me explain. If there are two paths, and if you go left, there's a pot of gold, and if you go right, you kill yourself. Free will allows you to go left. Humans make poor decisions all day long. We drink too much alcohol. We smoke too much cigarettes, too many cigarettes. We overindulge in too many calories. We don't get enough sleep because we just choose to. We have free will. This tangent will make sense. AI is trying to make decisions that it thinks are rational based upon ones and zeros. We are not a one and zero type person. How we find a lawyer, why we sign with a certain law firm. And so there are bidding strategies that the AI will think is mathematically rational, and our human knowledge, like Alan was talking about, what we have gained over decades of doing this says, no, it's not. It won't work. It sounds right. It looks right. It's not right. So that human insight is always going to have an advantage. And if you are a law firm that's running high level campaigns and you're trying to compete, having that human oversight is going to make all the difference. I'm a football guy, so I always relate to the football. Mathematically, statistically, on paper, if you looked at like Aaron Rodgers and Carson Palmer, they're not that different. It's that little flick of the wrist that Aaron Rodgers had in his prime that made him who he is. Okay? So it's those little tiny things. Statistically, on paper, Tom Brady doesn't look that good. He's got 7 Super Bowl rings. It's that human element that's beyond mathematical explanation and expectation and rational thinking that makes the difference. AI will never be able to produce it, at least right now. Okay. So here's the thought in closing. AI is a great tool. You need to understand it. You need to utilize it, but you need to weaponize it. Okay. It's not a crutch to be dependent on. If you are a personal injury lawyer, criminal defense law firm, employment law attorney, divorce lawyer, and you're looking to land better case leads in 2026, you can utilize AI to do that, coupled with organic SEO, coupled with aggressive PPC, coupled with TV, radio, billboards. If you're looking to grow your law firm in 2026, visit www.lucrativelegal.com or give us a call at 805-273-8791. Schedule a free consultation with a campaign consultant. You can talk to Dalen, you can talk to Alan, you can talk to Jake, you can talk to Emma, you can talk to Madeline, you can talk to Kyle, Gianna. There's plenty of people here you can talk to. We're here to talk to you, inform you, even if it's just to give you free tips and advice. On the very bottom of our website at lucrativelegal.com, you can sign up for a free organic SEO course or a free paid ads course. Visit us again at lucrativelegal.com. Give us a call again at 805-273-8791 and launch a campaign into orbit today. Thanks, guys.